This is Unlucky Day at the Old Tavern, a Santa Fortuna featured contract. We have 5 targets. They're all at the bar, so we're not really close to that as we start. You could start right in the bar, and I would recommend that. But anyway, we have 5 targets. They can be killed any way we like, which is good since we have limited options with no mastery. However, as we'll see, these are not all easy targets because they're all kind of hanging out in the middle of the bar. It's an open area, a little difficult to get to. So let's get started. Our first target is actually going to be the, I think, 4th target on the list. He's a little different than the others because he's scripted to do something, and as long as we take advantage of that scripting, we can kind of get him easily. He's the one that was on the left there in Instinct. He starts near his house, which he locks up as soon as you get close to him, and then he'll walk off towards the bar where he'll hang out, get a drink, that sort of thing. But it's a lot easier if we just can intercept him near his home. So we'll throw a coin. I bumped into him to make sure he didn't walk too far away there. He's not quite as far back as I would like, but it's pretty safe right now to just firewire him. Those guards walked past already. And you can also generally leave him here, but just to be on the safe side, I am going to go ahead and dump him in this container back here. So that takes care of one. The others will be a little bit harder. So we've got P-Power, who's not too hard to get because he's kind of got a scripted way to move himself into a nice location to be taken out. The others, though, are kind of all hanging out in the main area, and they're not going to leave. That's not a problem, though. First, we'll come in here, and we're going to put a coin in the jukebox. That will trigger P-Power to eventually be unable to talk to his manager on the phone, and he will go ahead and go out back to call her. Now, one bug I noticed is once you put a coin in the jukebox, if you select your coins, it won't actually select them anymore. You have to select another item. So come back here and throw a coin into the puddle near the trash thing. Don't throw it too close to the window because for some reason the way the sound planes are set up in this area, you can get somebody inside the bar to hear you somehow through the bathroom window and through the bathroom door, even though that's not supposed to happen. Anyway, pick up the gun after you've knocked the guard out. We're just going to do this again. It will get another non-target, the guy who's with the lady. That's fine, though. So he'll come back here. We'll knock him out as well. And at this point, P-Power should be walking out back. There he is. So we'll just go ahead and you can firewire him if you want, but we're just going to go ahead and shoot him. We're not trying to do anything too fancy here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the guard's gun that we picked up earlier and we're going to just set it down kind of here. Doesn't really matter where, just drop it on the ground. And then turn the fuse box off and turn it back on. That'll get the bartender to come out to check the fuse box. He'll see the gun and report it to a guard. The guard happens to be one of our targets, so that'll get him out here. And because the fuse box is turned back on, it'll kind of mess with the bartender's AI and he won't come back out here to check on the fuse box again. So that'll make sure he doesn't interfere with us. So we will wait. He'll go report it to the nearest guard, who is the target. That area being investigated thing is because of the fuse box. It's a little weird, but the bartender should not be coming back out here in time for anything important to happen. So once he gets over here, just go ahead and firewire him or shoot him. It really doesn't matter as long as no one sees it. And we've got a convenient spot to dump him as well. The reason why I've been dumping everyone is because I'm about to cause a little bit of a panic, and I want to avoid any bodies being found. And that's also why I'm not doing this in a certain order. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out here and we're going to place a coin next to this thing, and if it doesn't work, just keep doing it until the lady notices it and stands up. She's going to walk over to pick it up, and once she's there, shoot the back of the motorcycle and then shoot the puddle that forms on the ground. That'll kill her with an explosion accident. And then I'm just going to come in here to the bathroom because there are some very strange things going on with how people respond to shots and what happens when they go into a panic and things like that. So rather than deal with any of that, we're just going to do that. I'm checking the map here just to see if the final target panics and runs somewhere he might be easily killed. Doesn't look like that is the case, which is good for this video because it allows me to show just kind of the default case of what to do with him. We've still got a coin, and technically we could go pick up that coin the lady dropped, but I don't want to be close to the body right now. So the guards will be running around, converging on the bar. We haven't really done anything, and we're not really close enough that they would blame us for anything. But again, better just to not be too close to them and stay out of line of sight of everybody until everybody's calmed down. It won't take them very long, because for whatever reason, they just don't really consider it a big deal that a person died in a motorcycle explosion. And after a few seconds, they're going to go back to their patrols. So most of the guards will leave, except for the one who's backing up the body, and the civilians should return in time. And I think here I'm going to mess up and throw the coin a little too close. Yeah, I ended up getting that guy instead. Again, throw it kind of towards the middle of the puddle, just enough that the person will actually walk inside, but not too much, or it will attract people's attention on the other side of the bar. So we'll just wait for this guy to give up and turn around, because again, we don't really have any place to dump him. And while you can dump them into the bathroom and then kind of hide them against the wall, there's a chance if somebody walks back here that they will see through the bathroom window. Again, it's just better to avoid it. So let this guy get out of the way, and if we throw a coin properly this time, it should get the attention of the final target. He's going to come back here, but no one else is going to come back here. So as long as we don't cause another panic, we should be fine. You can also attempt to lure this guy to another motorcycle and blow him up that way. It's a little riskier because there's that guy standing next to him who's more likely to respond if you try and coin him. So that's up to you. Works just fine this way. Just doing the targets in order does slow everything down considerably, but it helps you get away with it. So there's something to that. And that should, all things being done correctly and no weird bugs with the explosions and shots, lead to Silent Assassin. So let's see. And sure enough, not fast, not at all, but it does work.